Hey guys, it's Quana. Happy Monday. Hope you guys are doing awesome. Welcome to another Messy Movie Monday. And I can tell you how much I am in need of this movie today. It is an action horror thriller called Final Girl. I had the date wrong. It came out in 2015, starring Abigail Breslin. To be honest, I can't think of the last movie that I watched with Abigail Breslin, but she was one of my favorite child actresses. And what was the movie that she was in? The Little Miss Sunshine movie. Oh my gosh, loved her in that. Look at us. We are on time today ish. So, yay. Good job, Mona. I'm so happy to see you. um, but the movie is available on Tubi. You can find it there. There's also a sequel called Final Girls, but for as low rating as this movie got, that one has even worse ratings. So we're gonna see. We're gonna see how it all pans out today. But I'm still a little excited. It's been a little while. We've been doing, our killer ladies of the month because it is International Women's Month and or Women's History Month, and I just what better way to celebrate women than to talk about Final Girls in film. And on Monday, we also catch up with a little bit of movie news. So I do have some movie news that is related to this. I don't know if you have heard, but Neve Campbell is in talks to return to the Scream franchise amidst the uproar and firing or letting go of Marissa Berea, who was in Scream and Scream 6, the reboots. So Neve Campbell is in talks to return. And if I'm not mistaken, there are also some talks of Kevin Williamson potentially returning to direct. You are right, because low rating is not always a bad thing. We definitely have found some hidden gems with low ratings. So I think this is going to be actually pretty good. I'm pretty excited about this one. But Kevin Williamson's in talks to direct. Neve Campbell is in talks to return. But they did lose quite a few audience members when they let Melissa go. And they spent, 2 movies really crafting her. And I've been forgetting people's names recently, which is not good because I'm in the business of remembering these people's names. But Jenna Ortega, she and Jenna Ortega have been the face of the new iteration of the Scream franchise. And so letting Melissa go, and then I believe Jenna decided to leave because of that, is not looking good for the franchise. But, anytime you can get Sydney Prescott to come back into the fold is a good thing, I suppose. So that she's the ultimate. I feel like she's the ultimate final girl. Everybody talks about Jamie Lee Curtis, of course, being the Scream Queen, but I feel like Neve Campbell, she just brought a little bit of extra oomph to final girl status. She just brought a little extra zhuzh to it, and so I think it's appropriate to talk about that. But yeah. Before we get started, this is actually a pretty short movie. It is only 82 minutes long, I think. But before we get started, let me know, what have you been watching? I am in process of making a video about the American Society of Magical Negroes. I did drop a short about it, just like a quick take summarizing the major point of the movie, or because I think people, well, if you look at the comments in that video, a lot of people still miss the point of the movie. So I'm planning to do a breakdown of that. But I have been watching The Ones Who Live. And if you are not watching The Ones Who Live, I implore you to watch The Ones Who Live. It is the best thing, in my opinion, to happen to the Walking Dead franchise in years. And Denai Guria, I can never say her last name correctly. She wrote the 4th episode, and it was so good. So good. So kudos to her. And I've been watching the 1961 A Raisin in the Sun, starring Sidney Poitier and Ruby Dee. Okay, let's see what we got here in the chat. Damsel and Ricky Stanlicki. Okay, it's Ricky Stanicki. Okay, I still have to watch that one. That's the one with John Cena and Zac Efron, right? See, the one good thing with Scream is you can always change directions. That is true, and they have found 15,000 ways to connect this to the original story that it is ridiculous. I feel like the only thing that's left to do is for us to find out that Sydney's mom isn't dead after all and have her come back. I feel like that's the only way. That is the only way, is to have her come back. Or did her dad die? It's been so long since I've done a marathon of Scream that I can't even remember if her dad died or if he managed to survive. But if her dad is still living, yeah, there's definitely like grounds to go ahead and bring him in, have him snap. He did? Okay. Because I was like, I don't remember. Well, they can wrestle mom up from the grave, because I'm sure there'll be a way to say like she never was dead. Like she pulled a double jeopardy, faked her death or something. So she could run off with some other guy, and all of this kind of spiraled out of her control or something like that. Let's see. I got hooked on Hannibal. I'm getting to season 3. When I tell you I am so afraid to watch Hannibal, because when the Hannibal movie came out, the sequel with Ray Liotta, the dinner scene in that, if you've ever seen it, there's a scene towards the end where Hannibal is eating dinner with, and I believe Julianne Moore was playing the character of Clarice at that time, and he has dinner with her and her partner, played by Ray Liotta. That scene traumatized me so bad that I was like, I cannot. I felt like that movie went much further than the first one. Although there is that scene in the first one with the guy in the face and the dogs. That was pretty bad, but the dinner scene, that took me out. I couldn't do it. You said the cinematography is beautiful, but it doesn't make sense how he's getting away so long. I mean, listen, one thing these serial killers be, they are smart. So I wouldn't be surprised. Oh, Simona, what did you think of Damsel? Because I feel like people were so disappointed in it, but for me, it felt like the fantasy movies from like the 80s. Like I felt like that. The writing of Damsel, because the writing wasn't there wasn't as much dialogue as one would expect. I think they were going for a like yeah, okay. That's all I'm saying. I think that's what I'm saying is that it felt like they were going for something very simple, very stripped down, not a lot of thought into it. Really, just like, hey, let's, if we put Castaway in a blender with like one of these dragon movies from the mid to late 80s, put it in a blender, that's what you would get, and you get Damsel. So I felt like people were really upset and disappointed by it, which I get. I was disappointed that Angela Bassett didn't have more to do in it, and Robin Wright for that matter. I felt like actually it would be a good. It would be a good. It might have been an interesting limited series, so that we could have seen a little bit more and got. But I think that would. That's like people were really wanting it to be Game of Thrones. And I was like, stop, y'all gotta stop, y'all gotta let it go. As a Game of Thrones fan, you gotta let it go. Everything is not gonna come and fix our hearts and mend what happened in season 8. So if you were watching this under the sound of my voice across the airwaves, please understand it's we gotta let it go. If you haven't let House of the Dragon heal you, just nothing else is going to heal you. It's just it is, we got what we got, and I'm so sad that that's what we got, but it's what we got. Okay, but I don't want to take too much time. I don't want to take too much time. So um join the watch party. As always, if you are new to our watch parties, I do not display the movie. I'm so sorry if you have been sitting here and you watch this in the replay and you expect to see the movie pop up on screen. I cannot do that for legal reasons. However, I will have a timer up, and on the timer, you can match the timer with your screen and watch it, and we will be in the chat and we will talk, and I will pause it when we get to commercials, and we will try to sync our screens up as much as possible, and we will have a fun time together. But unfortunately, I cannot risk losing this channel, having just crossed the threshold of, of making it. When I learn all the ins and outs and find out how the big dogs get away with doing it a little bit better and get a little bit more trained, we'll do the little thing where it's like quick flashes of movie together. But yes, please go ahead and load up your Tubi. My Tubi is ready to go. We are going to do things a little differently. I'm going to have an online stopwatch going, and hopefully it will not drain too much of our Wi-Fi. I'm trying to go for something a little bit lower because I think the video that I usually use causes too much lag. So I'm going to try to see if this helps and keeps the signal from going out. Okay, so our hearts and minds clear. Mona, I'm so happy you're here tonight. All right, so without further ado, Final Girl. He looks a little like Scott. Okay, we're having a technical issue with the movie this time. Hmm. He's rude. Um. Okay. While I'm waiting for that, that's where we know him from. Okay, the guy who is playing William is Wes Bentley, and he played Seneca Crane in the Hunger Games. I was like, I know that guy from somewhere. He was also in American Beauty. I can't remember. I think he was the neighbor. Um. Oh no. Why? What is happening with my Tubi? I feel it's like Tubi went down for me. Okay. If it's ain't one thing, it's another. I'm just gonna check real quick to see if I can get Tubi loaded up on my phone. Because I may have to do that. I think I did that. I think I worked that out. That's crazy. Like it just really won't even go to Tubi at all. Oh, there we go. Guess I was a little impatient with it. Okay. Sorry for the interruption. It sounds like we got a storm. Ooh, let me stop that. That was loud. Trying to get the stream taken down. Oh, there we go. Okay. Let's go get caught back up. All right, we're back on. Oh, that girl got a good memory. He over here pouring out his heart to this little girl, and she's like, "Can I have some ice cream?" Like, I don't care about your emotional traumas, dude. Why are they canoeing in formal wear? Dang. Now he tried to David and Goliath her. True, true. She is looking at him like she is like he is so dumb. She just staring like I know this dude did not just leave me out here. Ah, okay, I got a commercial. I got a commercial. You know what I realized that so many movies have issues with writing dialogue, and it's not so much just that the dialogue is bad, it's just that they don't know what to do with the silences. We are back. Like, haven't they been training her for 12 years? Why is she acting like she doesn't know how to do any of this stuff? Oh, she tried to choke me pretty good. You gonna pass out? You gonna pass out? I mean, he said not till the life leaves your body. I, I like. I guess they do this. This is a thing. Why is she learning about how to put together a gun? He just got finished telling her that she needs to be able to kill them with something other than a gun. And these can't be the same boys that killed his wife and daughter. That was 12 years ago. Like a rite of passage for like graduating from high school or something. And he looks like one of them, so maybe he met ill. Ill. He's old. She still has such a baby face. The movie should have started. Oh, you got a break? I'll pause it here. The movie should have started around here. I don't think it should have started with them telling us, showing the little girl getting taken and trained. That should have been like a flashback. Yeah, like without all the exposition at the beginning. But I feel like maybe because they're going with more of the thriller aspect, but I feel like because we know that she's been trained, it's not really horrifying. Because it's kind of like taken from, like, was it Most Dangerous Game, The Game, like all those types of movies where like a human's being hunted. I feel like if we saw like one of the other girls being hunted, and then we saw her getting picked up and taken and hunted, and then like we see her start like kind of hunting them back or taking them on, and then we flash back to like her being trained for this, then it's a little bit like you can kind of have more horror. Okay. Are you synced? Let me know if you're synced up with me. We'll try to see if we can stay synced together. Don't judge me because I'm eating gum. Okay. Ready, steady, and go. Oh, that's lame. Why she get in the bed with no clothes on? No. What? What? He's basically your stand-in dad. He is your surrogate daddy, and you just asked your surrogate daddy to give you his joystick. That ain't right. I feel like I'm confused a little bit. I'm so glad it's not just me. Oh, so sorry. Yeah, he would kill you without question. Without question. Sharp and focused. Oh, commercial, commercial break for me. They're spending way too much time on all of the training and whatnot. Like, can we get to the killing? Can we get to the killing? Stabby, stabby. There's so many commercials. She was in a remake of Dirty Dancing. Why did I not know that? Okay, I'm back. Don't call it a comeback. I'm so confused. Okay, so I'm calling it right now. The setup that the boys have going on with the girl, he was basically that guy, and his wife was that girl. And he ran with a group like this. And then they didn't have a kill, so then they killed his wife and daughter and kicked him out of the group, which is why he knows so much about them and why they all dress like they're part of the same organization. And why do they all look like they're like in the 1950s or 60s? I'm thinking that's part of it. Like, there's no like we haven't seen a cell phone. I Like they're all part of an experiment or something. Like even the buildings around them look like they're stuck in time. You know what though? With her hair like that, she would make a good Sookie Stackhouse in a True Blood reboot. Oh, you said pause. Yeah, she would make a good Sookie Stackhouse if they were going to reboot True Blood. Especially because she's curvy in the books. You back? All right. That was a short commercial. Okay, where do we know him from? Alexander Ludwig. Oh, he was in the Hunger Games too. He was on. Was he Kato? He was Kato. Her eyes are so blue. Okay, they got some money. Look, see, look at the car. She hitting this with a little 1940s, 1950s glam, little old Hollywood. She lying to him. I don't think she knows what's up, and I think the one guy always goes after a blonde, and maybe that's why he intentionally is dating a brunette so that they will go after him. Is that really his mama, or did he pay her to be his mama? I'm so confused. It's like we entered into "Don't Worry, Darling" or something. He's a little psychopath, isn't he? Oh no, I got a commercial. Let's see if you can guess which commercial it is. BK, have it your way. You rule. Watch, I sing that song and my kids are gonna come running. You're gonna wake up. What? BK. I wonder how much money Ryan Reynolds is making with these Mint Mobile commercials. Everybody has been talking about these little Caesars pizza puffs, crazy puffs. Is that the only commercial? Okay, my commercials are done for now. We are 33 minutes into this movie, and we still don't know what's happening. I feel like they're giving us more commercials this movie than it must be pretty popular. So I don't think we usually get this many commercials. Oh, okay. So Ryan Reynolds owns 25% stake in Mint Mobile. Hmm. All right, and we back. Oh gosh, not the Frank Sinatra impression. Not they got old girl out in the rain. That's hilarious. Who is getting in? Who is getting in the car as a girl with four random dudes? Not we just going down the road breaking people's mailboxes now. Why would you go with four guys in a suit and not be weirded out? Oh Lord, I feel like this is about to be some hereditary mess. It's not prom, okay? Like, where are we going? What's the plan? Are we going to the opera, ballet? Like, I'm over here in my good semi-formal. She was smart to wear a cocktail length dress, though. She was. She should have brought some flats in that purse. I like that her name is Veronica. It's very much giving Archie comics. Ooh, she slid a little bit, and they kept that in. They kept that. They were like, "Oh, we're gonna get that." Ain't no way. Maybe that's why they. Maybe that's why they go after blondes. Maybe they lean into the stereotype of like the airhead blonde or something, and they think, oh, she's not going to question why we're bringing her out into the woods. Because you're not bringing me out into the woods. My husband can't even get me to go camping. What she gave me. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Psychotic. You literally killing girls. Ew. I don't know why that is so gross to me. It shouldn't be because I eat escargot, but especially being that it's only an hour and 22 minutes, right? Like, get to the point. I wasn't gonna say nothing, but I'm just like, so people don't kiss with like full lips because that they didn't even touch. That was the saddest kiss in creation. Little boy, go to bed or go downstairs and get daddy. He woke up because of the BK commercial. What's to do with the axe Nelson? He's kind of the only interesting one. No, Danny. He's Danny. Eh, Pause. Commercial. Commercial. It just finally started getting interesting, and it's 51 minutes into the movie. So we're gonna fix this movie. We're gonna start with the girl who we saw running in the woods. Okay. Then show that segment. Then show the little girl. We don't know who she is. Show her the little maze with William. Don't show the training montage. Then show start with Abigail at the diner in the glowing. Okay, I'm back, but I don't want to hit unpause until we're all back together. Um, then show her Veronica glowing halo effect. Guy comes in, sees her, blonde hair, picks her up. All of this weird ish going on, but don't show. You can show, you know what? You could show that the guys are going to kill her because you're not going to show us the training montage. Then show all of that happening. We don't show her spiking the liquor and then show all of this. And then while she's running and hiding, then you show us that. This way, the movie doesn't drag. You don't have all of this exposition at the beginning. It's faster paced. We're more into it. You got a chance to actually kind of like get us in some real suspense before the reveal that she's been trained for this and that she's not really that scared, that she's faking, so that we believe that she's fearful. I think feel like that's a good revision to this. I feel like that's a good revision to this because we only have 33 minutes left in this movie. All right, let's. Are we good to start? Okay, and we're back. Call him Paul Bunyan. He's gonna get got. He's gonna get got. Oh, that's right. She gave him. She spiked the stuff with the stuff that she had. So that's not real. That's in his mind. Yeah, you speaking, bro. I still want him to fall on that axe. Use the heel, right? Right. Stab somebody in the eyeball with the heels. I feel you. I feel you, Mona. Did he call her a Babylonian whore? I hope she grabs the axe at least. How the eyeballs start moving with teeth. Don't let him touch you. Oh, girl, get your axe. They left bruh on his own completely. It's going on my eye. You can't get the axe. Girl, you better grab him that axe. And why aren't they tweaking? Because they don't have some looking too. If we don't find out if they're like at a school for killers or something, I'm going to be so disappointed. Mm. Yeah, that looked good. Oh, you're not gonna use the bat? I I almost feel like because this is so not scary, they shoulda maybe just leaned into the comedy. Like, when he's doing this, that's a great time for the song Kung Fu to come on. Also, everybody was kung fu fight. Like, that's a great sequence right there for that because it's not really scary at all. Ew! Did he just get tongued down by his mama? Very much so. How poetic would that have been if she had kept them shoes and had stabbed him in the eyes for the whole allegory to Oedipus? How does she know? Plot hole. Ain't he out here hunting a girl? This is very weird. Come on, Kato. You gonna take that, Kato? He's not even as big as Thresh. I saw that coming. I'm so very confused right now. So incredibly confused right because that could not have been just in his head because we saw Overall show up and then we saw William roll up beside the car. Oh, commercial. Hopefully, this is the last one because we only have what 17 minutes left. I'm so confused. I'm so confused. Like the whole second half of the movie became all about those dudes and not at all about Veronica. You know, it makes me wonder some of these movies, do they do like table reads where they can like figure out how things, you know, should like land? Because like it's because I just feel like it might have even been interesting to start with the guys and make it like even though they're the killers, make them like the victims because they picked up this random girl and they don't know that she can do what she can do. But then all of a sudden she start putting in that work and they're the ones on the run. And then we find out she was built for this. She was trained for this. She was ready. That would be interesting. But you're right. With 14 minutes left, it's just all about the fight sequences and how she manages to kill Jameson. And we got to figure out what's going on with William. All right, let me know when your break is over. Okay. Ready, aim, fire. Where did this random behind the spotlight come from? This random circle in the middle of the woods. They said we not even going for believability. Mm, mm. He said no water fights. Why would you just stand there? Keep that finger down, girl. Oh my gosh, block, block. You're leaving your face wide open, girl. William, you did a horrible job training her. Oh, you said she had the liquor on her lips. Oh, when they kiss. She really wants to know what his deepest, darkest fear is. Where'd she get the rope from? Oh, okay. I feel you. They need the truth out of him about William's um, family. There's only 3 minutes left. Mm. I'm so confused. I'm so confused. You got to break. It's probably a quick one because it's right here at the end. It's literally like seconds left. I'm so confused. Like, did we find out? Like, did I blink? I'm pretty sure that except for right here at the end, I didn't blink. So, did we find out anything about William's family? How long this has been going on? Is it like a grand tradition that they've done that they've been passing along? And that's what happened? Like, I'm confused. Okay, we're going to go back. Ah, I'm so I'm so confused. I'm so confused. What was the point? What was the point? What was the point? I can't. I can't even. I can't even. Okay, so that was Final Girl, and we don't. And now we are just sitting here blinking right along, wondering what happened, what was the reason, What was the point? Okay, this is what it says on Wikipedia. Um, okay, 5-year-old wife and child were killed by a bad man. Then you get to the whole plot about this truth serum and the DMT. Veronica reveals she enjoyed killing his friends. He proposed they work together. She declines. As the drugs take effect, his victims, including Gwen, come out of the trees and move toward him. In his terror, he steps off the stump and hangs himself. William Pierce congratulates Veronica. They go to the diner and eat pancakes. I'm so confused. I'm so confused. I'm why was there a sequel to this? Why was there a sequel to this? Oh, it says not to be confused with The Final Girls. So The Final Girls is a whole separate thing. It is not a part of this. No answers. So now we just sat here. Okay. Kudos to Veronica, aka Abigail Breslin, for killing them dudes, but we still don't know why. Did they just forget that that was like the whole rationale for any of this? I feel like he forgot. I feel like he was writing the script and he forgot any of that. It could have just been he was her legit dad, and through flashbacks, he was preparing her to like defend herself, and so she just was a bad bee. We didn't need all of that. We didn't need any of that. So and the problem I think I'm having right now, aside from the fact that I'm sleepy, is, and for anybody watching on the replay, Mona can attest to this. We have watched some bad movies. Killer Sofa, Killer Donuts, Killer Beavers, all kinds of movies. But there's always a rationale. There's always a rationale. Creating the backstory of his daughter and wife getting killed, and that seemingly has nothing at all to do with these four guys, because these four guys are teenagers who 12 years ago would have been children. So unless we find out that there is a lineage of this, that they learned how to kill girls at their fancy school or something, what was the reason? And why did they look like they were dressed in the 50s and 60s? I can't. Oh my God. I'm so... This would have been better if it was a comedy, because all of those movies were fun. Those were some fun movies. Killer Sofa was fun. I was squilling at the screen. Killer Sofa was so fun. Especially when we got the reveal of why the sofa was killing people. That was fun. This would have been better if it had been fun. Oh, well. All right. Well, that was Final Girl. And I feel like I would rate that worse than any of those movies, because those movies were at least fun. This should have been fun, but it was just, I guess, an action. It's just, oh, the donuts, because as I always say, why did they have teeth? Why did the donuts have teeth? I mean, we know why they had teeth, but they had teeth. I can't. All right, guys, this has been a very interesting, messy movie Monday. I hope that you enjoyed your viewing of Final Girl on Tubi. We will be voting, so come back, check out the community post. It'll go out on, what's today? Monday. It'll go out on Wednesday or Thursday for next week's watch. And then I'll announce the winner on Saturday. All right. So I will see you guys next week. Take care. And watch some good movies. And I'm so sorry that you're going to be scratching your head as you go to sleep tonight. Until next time. Bye, Mona. Bye, Mona. Love you, boo. Thank you for coming and being here. This was confusing. But Abigail looked cute. She did look cute. I liked the blonde on her. I still stand by. I think she'd make a very interesting Sookie Stackhouse, perhaps. Yeah. All right. All right, guys. I'll see you next week. Toodles.